What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Degenerators. Woo! What's good? It's episode 16. I'm Casey Tom. I'm here with Derek the Dude. Derek, how we doing, brother?
Man, it's a good Monday so far.
Yeah?
We're doing well. We're doing well.
Doing well. It was a good
How
weekend.
are you?
It's good. I am a little groggy. It was a hell of a weekend.
Groggy?
A little groggy. It was
What'd
quite
you do
the weekend.
yesterday?
I golfed.
Oh,
I golfed. I got sunburned. I golfed.
Okay.
You know, it was a day of relaxation.
Was it a good day of golf? Was it a bad day of golf?
It was my best day ever of golf, which is
Best
not
day
saying much.
ever.
It's not saying much.
You know what? I think that tech performance probably inspired that.
Oh.
I think they turned up.
We'll get to it. We'll get there.
That's
We'll
what's
get
up.
there.
I worked
We'll
this
get
weekend,
there.
but I'm here on a Monday.
Yeah.
You know,
It was a good week before that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had a good weekend sports-wise for the most part. Cowboys lost, but, you know.
Yeah, they did. Good God. did they ever.
Love-hate type
I mean,
relationship.
it was over early, so
Yeah,
you didn't
yeah,
have to worry about.
and I was at work.
sweating out a game.
I was at work, so I didn't care. Some of my bets hit. So we were living. We were doing good. And also, Texas proved they have the two best quarterbacks in the nation. So, once again, we'll get to it.
We'll get
Solid
to it.
weekend.
And you had
Solid
a little
weekend.
3-0 on your HGH. With that,
Woo!
we have a. You want to show the pack you're about to rip?
3-0.
We added some new
HGH.
packs to our mystery box here.
In our betting picks that we make for our head, our gut, and our heart every week.
Yeah.
I went 3-0.
I went 2-1, which I mean,
Yeah.
I was 0-6 for all football season going into that. So being 2-1 last week,
That helped him.
I was very happy.
That helped him. But it didn't help him enough because I went 3-0.
Gardner Minshew fucked it up. I shouldn't have ever picked Gardner Minshew
I'm that
against
guy.
Gardner Minshew. So,
Yeah, and Jaden Daniels did not fuck it up. Thank you, Jaden Daniels.
Somehow. That was a
And
lucky win.
the
know it.
Commandees.
You know it was a lucky win.
I don't care.
You know
Luck is
it.
luck. I'm going to rip this pack.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
And what are you ripping? Tell the people.
Oh, sorry. I'm ripping It's
a
a rapper
Bowman U.
redemption program.
Yes.
Bowman U, National
It's all
Sports
Bowman U
Collectors
football
Convention.
cards.
4 chrome trading cards from Bowman U football.
Yes. Fun fact: these were supposed to be in the break. We'll talk about here in a bit. But I was running a break this weekend. It didn't actually fill, so had to. I've been staring at these cards for 17 hours. Just
Dominic Lovett.
wondering what's in there.
Don't know from he's from Georgia, so that's a good team at least. Oh, you actually brought some today?
I brought some today. Yeah.
And then we got an Antonio Williams from Clemson.
Ooh,
so
that's a good one. Wait. Okay, not Nado.
No, nothing special on those. And then we got a hollow of Teto.
T-Mac, Tedoroa McMillan.
That is him.
Yes.
Oh, is that
dude.
your boy?
Dude, no, that's not just my boy. That's one of the best receivers in college football right now.
Oh well, we got a hollow.
That is probably the best. Put that in the sleeve right now. That's
Hold
one
on,
of the.
hold on.
I mean, I don't mean to demand, but that's like
Here, why don't you put it in the
that's
sleeve?
that's the guy, bro.
Be careful.
Okay, it's just a base.
Take it. No, it's a hollow. It's a hollow. It ain't just a base.
Okay.
Which is a little better than a base. Hollow isn't numbered, but it is still a shorter print.
I think it's worth getting slabbed up.
But we got an orange. We got something out
the
of 25.
The 25.
25. I'd be super excited if it wasn't for a 0-2 team right now. And a team that my team, look 'em horns, Texas is fucking back. Whoop the fuck out of.
Just show the card.
It's Torrey Horton for Colorado State. Looks
Okay.
like he's a wide
They got
receiver.
dog walked by. He's a very good receiver, though. He is a good receiver.
Yeah, this is a good pack then, bro.
Troy Horton.
With the T-Mac,
They don't put bad names in these packs. That's the
Clemson and
25.
Georgia.
That's the 25. Hell yeah, bro.
Dude, these are some dope.
So
any
no auto-
orange is
no
sick.
auto in
no
that one?
auto, but why? That's cool. We got it out of 25.
Bro, that's a good name. He's gonna be an NFL guy.
I'm hyped with that. I'm gonna hand you all
His
this.
quarterback might be a little bit of a bitch, but
He might be a what?
a little bit of a bitch.
A little bit of a bitch. He says.
Now he also.
And on what grounds do you say that? Like, could you be a better
we'll
quarterback?
talk
than him?
about that's on the rundown. That's on the docket of things to discuss today.
Like, you could be a better quarterback than that person?
no,
I hope not.
no.
I don't think you could.
There's the T-Mac card?
Oh, sorry.
God,
Yeah, fuck yeah, we can see the T-Mac card and the orange. What the hell? Sorry.
knocking it over
When we
all over.
pass it backwards, it's just a little distracting right there. That's that boy Torrey Horton, and then this Troy Horton,
Troy.
Colorado State. He
it
doesn't mean
Troy
shit. He's trash.
No, dude.
Trash. Call me Troy.
He
Call
said
me.
he turned down a bunch of NIL
No,
money
that-
to transfer.
That was the quarterback.
That
This
was
is a
both
wide
of them.
receiver.
That was both of them. Their star receiver.
I feel like
and
this
their
guy turned
quarterback.
down a fish and chips from the local pub for a year.
Look him up,
to go
dude.
to the next.
He's
fucking-
better than the quarterback.
They're 0-2, so that's all I know
Are
about.
they 0-2? I thought they
Give me the
put
T
another
Mac, bro.
game. You have the T-Mac.
Where's it at?
It's on the stand.
No, this is the Horton. God, how much tequila have you been drinking, bro?
No.
None? Zero?
I took a little pull.
Yeah, you're a liar. There's the T Mac. Give me that.
There you go.
All right, guys. This is the dude that he says is the dude.
Yeah, that guy's filthy.
So hopefully he's the dude.
that guy, get that slabbed up. dude.
Get that slabbed up.
Like I think he's that good.
You guys see what I get for winning HGH? I get dope ass cards. I get great people out here on these cards, and it's Casey time just has to sit there and sleeve that shit for me.
Next week, bro. Next week, I'm not gonna be here to pull them.
Yeah, we'll figure that out.
You will have to pull and sleeve the cards that I win.
You won't win shit. You can't even get it right here.
You're acting like it was a dominant performance this week.
3-0. That's pretty dominant. I think that's as dominant as you can get.
You beat me by one.
3-0 is 3-0.
You beat me by one.
3-0 is 3-0. Give me this card because we got to go to the next segment now.
Which card? Oh. Yes,
I'm going to give a little backstory here. I'm going to give a little backstory. Every week.
Break it down for the people.
Every single week. We do a DEGEN of the week because that's who we are. We're the Degenerators, and we have our friends, family, and followers here, and we do a DEGEN of the week. Who can interact with us the most? Who can provide us with some DEGEN material?
Yes.
Who can inspire us? And we found that this week.
Yeah.
We really did. I'm going to give a big shout out to my boy, Seti Rax.
Seti Rax.
Seti Rax.
Seti Rax.
Legendary nickname. Legendary gentleman.
Did you think of that on your own? Was
Hell
that
of a
original?
guy.
Was that a Demo
It was in my head. You know, I just popped it out one day while we were talking.
I love it. I
It's
love
stuck,
that
dude.
nickname.
And it fits him because the dude is a baller. He has new shoes every other week. You know, he's pulling up with rookie cards of Otani. The guy is out here turning up, living life. Not saying he's doing, exorbitantly, but he's living within his shit. But he's the coolest guy on the block. Like, that's the guy you know. That's the guy you go to, Seti Rax.
And that video he sent us was,
Dude.
I mean, this is why he won it. You gotta explain
This is part of why he won it. He interacted. He shouted out. He obviously watched the podcast because if you know Seti Rax, he's a big Titans fan. Huge Titans fan. Huge Titans fan. And his loyalty knows no bounds. He is set in his ways. There's no changing it, and he loves them. So I told him, bro, your team, the Titans, right? Will Levis is a quarterback.
Yes.
What is he known for? What is he good at? And, he's talking about some stuff. I said, no. Mayo in the coffee.
Mayo in the coffee.
That man, Will Levis.
Mayo man himself.
Mayo man.
Coming out with a mayo cologne.
Not Miracle Whip, but Mayo.
Yeah, a mayo cologne. Did you know that?
That's disgusting. I don't want to hear about that.
It's a Will Levis sponsored mayo cologne.
Hey, Seti Rax, you can get that cologne in stores whenever he puts it out. But Will Levis puts mayo in that coffee.
Yeah.
I told Seti Rax, I said, are you really a fan if you've never even tried it? Expecting this man to just blow me off. Like, nah, fuck you. Who puts mayo in their coffee? That's stupid as shit. Literally the next day.
Sounds disgusting.
It is this. I
don't like mayonnaise.
I don't like coffee. I like mayonnaise because I'm
ranch.
fat.
You have a Chipotle mayo, call it aioli. I'm here for it.
If you just put an egg in it and call it aioli, he's
all you
great.
gotta do,
Everybody
man.
love it.
Same shit. Shout out Guy Fieri.
Seti Rax puts 2 heaping scoops
was
of
a
mayo.
lot of mayonnaise.
It wasn't like minimal mayo. 2 heaping scoops in a cup with the C on it because he's Seti Rax and he's letting you know what he's about. He's stirring it in. He's trying to mix it up. It takes him like 45 seconds. The shit looks like cottage cheese. It doesn't really mix into the coffee.
Yeah.
But my man has to take the sip. The timer's almost up. He's 2 sips. He goes back. He goes back
sip.
for
He did
more.
take another sip. It was wild.
He goes back for more.
took
The man
another
is
sip.
diabolical out here.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the camera, gives it a little think. Video's over. Another minute later, I get another video. What does this man do? 2 more fucking in sips. Like, this guy is out here on some demon shit. And then he finally finishes it and he goes,
it's got to be like creamer. You know?
he says, it's black coffee. I mean, it takes away a little of the, you'll see the video. He thinks Will Levis is onto something.
Yeah.
Do you think Will Levis is on something?
Absolutely not with that. I think it's one of the most disgusting things ever.
I think Will Levis is on something.
It's also a new level of caucasity that he has.
And he can say that. He can say that.
I can say that. Yeah.
That caucasity, a little extra salt on that teen, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Extra little Ritz out there. So that was gross, but
some raisins and potato salad shit. You know?
Bro, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
I don't do that. Yeah.
Some breadcrumbs on top of your mac and cheese. Grow up. You don't need that.
Not
if you
all
made
the
it right, you don't need
stereotypes
that.
are true. You know what I mean?
Please, I season my food.
Yeah.
I season the fuck.
like spicy
That's why I
food,
got
but-
big back.
but-
Because I season my shit.
Show the slide.
Anyways. Seti Rax had our podcast playing in the background as he was drinking his mayo coffee.
Yes.
Our podcast while he's DJing. That is some DJing shit.
I loved it.
Absolute
I
DJing
loved
shit.
it.
So
You sent me that video, and about 30 seconds later, I was on the bid for this card right here.
This is
because
crazy.
I knew he had it locked
Seti
in the
Rax,
bag.
congratulations. I mean, I know you're a Titans fan. I know you love the Mayo Man.
Mailman himself. Rookie card, Jim Minton, out of Phoenix.
PSA 10.
Pink.
Will Levis.
It's a pink.
Pink. That's fucking sick, Eddie Raxon. You know what? You earned it.
You earned it.
You straight up. No questions, no debate.
It was the easiest decision for DEGEN of the week we've ever had.
Ever. Like literally sent the videos.
No
and
offense to
we
all
just
of
both
the
synced
DEGENs
up and it was like, that's it, dude. That's some real DEGEN shit.
It was.
And
Locked it down.
couldn't go to a better dude. Couldn't go to a more deserving dude. So happy for Eddie Rax.
Absolutely.
Let
Appreciate you,
let him
Seti.
know. Hell yeah. And I'll bring this to you at work. I'll bring this to you at work.
And a stand is sitting on.
Oh, yeah. You're getting a stand
well.
too, bro. You're getting a DEGEN stand because I know you got
up.
cars to show out in your home. So
That's right.
hopefully this is one of them. If it isn't, that's even better because you got doper shit.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm talking about. And if you want to be DEGEN of the week next week and you want something dope like this or you want us to shout you out, interact with us. Show up.
Send us something.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok,
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Leave a comment, leave a note, text my phone.
Text mine.
Hit my Facebook, my IG's out there. His IG's out there.
I don't check my Facebook, but everything else, yeah. Hit me.
I'll check it. I mean, I'll just check it just in case.
Yeah,
I got banned from Hinge, so you can't see me on there. But
yeah, you would get
or
banned.
you would show.
Oh,
out,
we don't need to know all that.
I'd put my. Don't worry about why, bro.
Hey,
Don't you worry about why. It's because
right.
people are too sensitive nowadays. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it. No biggie. No biggie.
All right. Well, Jesus, you really got suspended from Hinge.
All I said was, "Let me eat it."
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's strong. That's a strong opening. And
Hey,
I can
but
see
let
why.
me
I
eat
can
it,
see
and
why.
she gets offended. Bitch, am I that ugly?
Okay.
All right, time.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on. No way to transition from there, but NFL weekend, man.
There is a way. You
had,
just don't know it.
There is. Do you want to just jump right into Shannon Sharp right now?
Shannon fucking
We can jump
Sharp.
into Shannon Sharp. My
Unk was
guy.
getting in them guts.
Let's be careful.
Hold on.
We got a
we got to represent.
We got
the
a
man.
card for every situation. Here.
We got to represent.
There's a
the
card
man
for every
right now.
situation,
We
and
gotta
I have a
represent
card
the man.
for that. And my man Unk. What a performance from Unk on Instagram Live. If you don't know what we're talking about,
Slamming,
last week,
clapping.
Shannon Sharp, Hall of Fame tight end. I
Hall of Fame
I don't know
tight
if he is
end.
Hall of Fame or not. I think he is. But
No,
if
I
he's
seen
not-
the jacket on the man. I seen the jacket on the man.
I think he's Hall of Fame. I mean, he was that guy.
Yeah.
When he played, and he's actually
Shit
had
talker.
a very graceful move into the sports takes profession.
I don't know about graceful, but yeah, he had a good move.
He came in strong with Undisputed when he was on.
Yeah, him and
Undisputed
Skip
with
were
Skip.
just yeah.
And then he's
That's
kept it up. He's kept his own show, and he's become like the guy in.
Well, him and Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, him and Ocho Cinco have their own show.
I just want to let the whole world
Nightcap.
know right now. Sorry, Ocho Cinco is 1-2 against me in any FIFA game ever created ever. I think it was 18 or 19.
Yeah.
He was on Twitter talking big shit. He's king this, king that, king of FIFA, best of the FIFA. I hit him up. Hey, here's my gamer tag. Show me what you about. We started playing. Ocho goes up 1-0 in the first game.
Okay. Didn't this
1-0.
happen like 10 years ago? I remember you telling me
It was
about
like
this
6
like a
years
decade
ago.
It was
Smoked
a
in the
long
next
time
two.
ago.
Smoked in the next two. So, Ocho, whenever you're ready, I got you on the next time. You cannot use Napoli because that's your little crutch, but I got you. Anyways, bring it back to Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
Yo, Napoli's quick. Napoli's quick.
Okay.
Shannon Sharp, Unk, as people like to call him in the sports world, because he's, that kind of uncle figure out here. He is not the father figure you want to see. But he's the uncle out there doing his thing and wilding. And that's cool. He's a good guy.
And this Instagram Live came. I didn't join in on the live.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't join in on
You
the
seem
live.
like the
I
kind of
saw
guy
the
that would've.
screen cap of the live. And let's just say it was a screenshot, or not a screenshot, it was a video of a wall, and then some activities were happening in the background.
Some macaroni was getting stirred, I heard.
Oh my God. He
was just in that pot, like, whoa, and it was creamy. So I don't know. Who was it? Do you know who it was?
Yeah, her name is Michelle. That's all we know. We know it's Michelle.
How do you know it was Michelle? Give me that.
Because he said, that's my Michelle.
Wait.
Outside of his grunts, just, he was getting in there. Yeah.
One more time.
Yeah, he was.
Wait, run it back, because you said that, and then the
that's
Michelle. I need it.
Yeah, he said, you're going to take this dick, is what he said.
Whoa!
These are not my words, these are his,
Hey, so when I saw the whole thing happening, I see it trending. I just read the comments first, because I want to know what I'm getting into before I hop into something
and then the story
like this.
popped out that said he had been hacked.
He said he was hacked, and then he took it back, because the comments were in his favor.
Yeah.
The comments were in the man's favor.
I think he and his publicist got together and was like, hey, what?
Yeah, how can we do this?
How can we get views here?
The man was out here pleasing Michelle.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he was a generous lover.
Yes.
It sounded like he knew what he was doing. Allegedly. I wasn't there. Didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Just saw the comments.
I heard it. That can confirm.
And people were proud of the man. People were proud of the man. So all in all, I think this just boosted.
And he came on and apologized. And so it started with an apology, but it was the most tongue-in-cheek apology I've ever heard. He's like, "I'm sorry," and
I threw my phone
an activity happened in this, and then Ocho Cinco just started chirping and be like, "Come on, get real," and then he loved every minute. He loved that. That's probably the best thing that happened to his career.
Listen,
in a while.
If he nutted in 22 seconds though, it would have been a different story. Right. But the man was in there putting in work, and he's probably off a gas station pill or two, maybe some honey packs.
He started promoting. He started promoting.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pay him big money for
and everything.
That. Oh yeah. He's been doing that though because he's Unk. Yeah. He gonna slide in a few DMs every city he's in, and you know what? That's some DEGEN shit too. If Seti Rax really didn't put that mayo in that coffee, Unk would be here getting his own card if he hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but shout out to Shannon Sharp.
Also,
shout out to everybody.
Also, shout out to
fucking
Paul Pierce. You see what Paul Pierce had to say about the matter?
No, I don't care about
because Paul Pierce said I got fired for the same thing, and I wasn't even.
No, he did not. No, he did not get fired for the same thing.
I know. He compared the two.
Fuck you,
not
Paul.
The same.
Paul Pierce always thinks he's in a different echelon. The truth is the fucking liar, is what he is. That dude is so. He's not trash. I'm sorry. That's disrespectful to say he's trash. But he's not anywhere near where he thinks he is. No. He thinks he was the man on that him, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett. He was the least important piece to that team, in my opinion. He was just there. He was a volume shooter and a terrible defender, and now he's just coked out.
And he was the worst commentator. But
and he pooped
if you don't know
his
what we're
pants.
talking about, if you don't. I didn't hear that one.
Paul Pierce pooped his pants against the Miami Heat. That's why he got taken off the court in a wheelchair. It's admitted. He pooped his pants. He didn't want people to see the dookie stain on his pants, so he got a fucking wheelchair. Smart, but why are you pooping your pants, Paul Pierce? Smart. Is that amphetamines? Are you out here on meth on the court just pooping your pants like anal leakage, dog? You have doctors for that. Yeah. Figure it out. Well, change your diet.
The situation that he was alluding to that was the same as Shannon Sharp's to get us back on track.
No, it wasn't. He had a selfie of him with two whores in the background.
I was getting to that.
And then some weak-ass fake head. Shannon Sharp was getting it.
Right. And he just had strippers at a poker night and at his house. And
he got fired because he's a bad commentator.
Also, the other thing is Paul Pierce was willingly Instagram live. You see his face. He was so faded too. And he was showing everything.
He was high as hell.
And I don't made that decision. If Shannon meant to record that live or not, I think stay woke. Personally, I think it might be a stay woke situation because did he want that? Did he want to enhance? It hurt his career nothing. Did he benefit from this all? Did he hit live, let it happen?
Did he benefit? Are you asking a genuine question right now?
Yeah, he did.
I think his stable was running low. I think He
knew. I think people are talking. We're talking about Shannon Sharp here. Everybody's talking about Shannon Sharp here. Who he's in a business where it really benefits him to talk about.
I don't think he cares about the business right now. I think Shannon Sharp's stable is running down low. 2 or 3, on-call baddies for him, and he's used to 6 or 7. And the guy's running low. So he calls in his eater, his favorite eater, and he knows he's going to perform. He's been there, done that. There's no doubt about it. He's going to show out, all right? He calls up Michelle. Hey, girl, I need you real quick. I got a little couple bands on it. She pulls up.
Couple bands on it.
Oh, he's paying to pull her up. He flew her out probably.
Okay. These are wild accusations.
Shit. Hey, Unk,
I don't co-sign any of these.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't co-sign any of these, but yeah.
I'll co-sign whatever, Shannon. Call me big dog. Because if so, I'll hop on your pod. We can talk about it.
I don't think you're paying for anything.
We can do that type of shit. But his stable is running low. He was down to 2 or 3 on calls. And now the video's out. You know how many he got?
He's got his pick.
I know that. 5,000 to 10,000. Any city he wants in the States right now, pull up. Make a phone call, pull up, get the little snacks from the pantry, take care of old lady, dip. It's a marketing genius right there. That's what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, I mean, it was props to Unk. Congrats on your moment. You're back in the news cycle. You're back, Uncle Shannon. And,
not to sound like your video, but
well, don't let that distract you from the main headline of the season.
Oh my fucking gosh.
J.K. Dobbins.
I'll do it.
J.K. Dobbins.
I don't want to, but
we're doing show and tell. J.K. motherfucking Dobbins. 130-yard performance again. My fantasy team. I started him this week. He was on my bench last week going off. I started him this week. It just, if you know the show, you know it's a little bit of an inside joke I have with a lot of people's. But
I think you really believe it. It's not a joke at this point.
It's not a joke anymore. He's that good. He might be an NFL MVP. People are talking about it. People are talking about it. That's all I'm saying. People are talking about it.
Okay. People are talking about it.
I am probably the people that are.
You definitely talk about it.
He has 230-yard games in a row. Had a front flip in the end zone this time. And Harbaugh, do you hear Harbaugh commenting?
Did he land it?
He went all around. He landed on his back.
That does not.
But did you hear Harbaugh talking about it afterwards? Because it was hilarious. He said, like, that was impressive. I've tried this a bunch of times. If anybody out there has video of Jim Harbaugh trying a front flip, please send it to us. I am dying to see Jim Harbaugh.
I'll trade you a J.K. Dobbins card for it.
I won't. I'm not selling those.
But this card has some sick patches too.
It does, right?
That's really dope. That's really, really dope.
National I got that for way too cheap.
That one's cool.
I was buying J.K. Dobbins all offseason. I've been on this shit.
So I've
been on this shit.
I'm a huge fan of that card, but it's not game use, so I'm not an amazing, super big fan of that card. But this card, any auto on card, like he signed this card, he had it in his hands. It's pretty dope. Already graded from National Treasures. That one's pretty sick. But J.K. Dobbins is still, a product of the system. So
shut the fuck up. He's a product of the system. Gus said we couldn't do what J.K. Dobbins is doing.
He could if he got the touches.
No. Jake, they had the exact same amount of touches last week.
Isaiah Spiller.
They had the exact same amount of touches.
Not in the same situations.
Get the fuck out.
Did you not watch?
I did.
They were up by
I watched the whole game. I watched it right next to you.
Different game. No, not that game. Not last week.
No, I was golfing this week.
I was at work.
98.
We already talked
about
it.
Yeah.
98.
Yeah. I'm not a great golfer, dude.
Randy Johnson type beat.
I told you this.
But Randy Johnson 98 was.
When he hits about 300 yards, it slices in the woods. It goes 300 yards in the woods.
You can't hit it 300 yards.
I can. I've hit it 380 before. You want to bet? We'll do that challenge anytime, any place, brother. Anytime, any place. Anyhow, moving on from a golf game. We're not.
All right, 2 weeks from now, here in Austin. If you don't show up, you're a pussy.
Oh, get out of here! You know I'll be on vacation.
I won already.
You know I'll be on vacation.
I won already.
Yes, we'll address that at the end of the show. But
no.
I will be. This is our last time in studio for a little bit.
His last time. Fuck him.
For a little bit.
I like to show up and show out. Hey, and shout out In Between Productions because we are here in the studio with him.
We are in the In Between
Frankie
studios.
Because he's not here.
Shout out Frankie. We
but
love
Matthew's here and he's super hyped today. Frankie, I don't know. The heart was here and now it's slowly cracking, bro. Like, come on, where you at, my boy? I'm just kidding.
He's busy, man.
We love Frankie. We love Frankie. He's always doing something. He's always in the mix. And he's always working hard making those clips. Wow,
Facts.
damn, I'm a rapper.
Facts.
Yeah, he's in the lab, is what he is.
That's right. So
he's in the lab.
Moving on to some of the other games that happened this weekend. The big one, Chiefs Bengals. Did you see that?
No, I was at work all Sunday.
Okay, so on this one was a down to the wire game. I mean, Chiefs didn't look that great offensively.
Wait, what was the penalty? Was it real?
It was an absolutely real penalty for all those fucking conspiracy theorists out there claiming that the Chiefs are getting paid by the refs. Like, y'all are morons, right? Like, get the hell out of here, because that was a clear okay. I'll say this. Some of those in the past might have been valid, right? They have been the beneficiary of some questionable calls in the past, but this was not one of those. This game,
it wasn't it. Sure?
It was a 4th and 17, and the guy tackled him before the ball got there. Smacked the shit out of his back. Like, it was
smacked the shit out of his back.
Yes, that gets called 100 times out of 100. 100 times out of 100.
It seems like 99 out of 100.
Okay, take out if that ref that was the Saints-Rams game back in the day, that playoff game. Yeah, outside that it was a little bit more obvious in this one, but I mean, this should get called. Like, this should get called. Yes, it was a crazy moment for that to happen, but be better defensively.
Be better.
Be better.
Don't be bitter.
Also, you know who's bitter? Speaking of bitter, after that game, Jamar Chase. Right? Jamar Chase had a dookie-ass game.
I don't think he's bitter.
I think Jamar Chase is one of the most bitter humans on the face of the planet right now. Did you see? He had an interview after the game, grimacing at his locker. Mm-hmm. I mean, just grimacing. They're asking him questions. He was getting attitude with everybody. He was, but I mean, it clearly, somebody clearly told him, like, maybe chill out with the press conference. He had said a bunch of shit about how much he hates the Chiefs and how the Chiefs are his biggest enemy, and everybody, like, the Chiefs get the beneficiary of all the calls and all this kind of stuff. And he had his platform, and it was like, okay, we're all gearing up for this. And he didn't say anything, but the face on he had this face that he was wanting to say so much shit. He was holding so many words back. And props to him for doing that. Still salty as hell. They would ask him about stuff on the defense. He's like, I don't play that side of the ball. Like,
why would he comment on that?
I agree.
That's only to create strife. Thank you, media. You fucking media fucks.
As somebody that was sitting there with one of my fantasy teams, you had 3 fucking points on him. Maybe catch a couple balls next time. Maybe ask you.
He doesn't scheme his way. All I'm going to say about that in general too.
He's really good. He's generational talent.
He wanted his contract. The Bengals decided not to give it to him.
Yeah.
Both sides are obviously fair and they can do whatever they want and they don't have to make. But then he took out a $50 million insurance policy on himself.
Smart.
The man's chilling. Like
that was smart to do. And if you're the Bengals, pay the man.
Just fuck.
Right. He's better.
Who's better? There's people that maybe there's 5 people better. Who's better at that you're gonna get in the next year or two? I don't think there's many. You're not trading for Jettas. He just had a 97-yard touchdown. There's no with Sam Darnold. Like you're not getting who you. CeeDee Lamb just signed a 4-year contract. You're not getting who you think you're getting. Mike Evans signed a 4-year contract.
You think CeeDee Lamb's up there with Justin Jefferson?
Yes.
Get out of here. Justin Jefferson. That's wild.
I think Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league.
Okay, good.
The hands
At least
down.
you admit that.
There's no question
Who
about
do you think's
that.
better, CeeDee or Jamar?
CeeDee. Absolutely. CeeDee was in a shit game where they got blown out. He was taken out in the third quarter and got 4 receptions, 90 yards.
I'm just
90 yards. How many did Jamar Chase get you on your little bench? 3 points?
He wasn't on my bench.
It doesn't matter. CeeDee got like...
He wasn't on my bench.
CeeDee, 4 catches, 9 yards, 13 fantasy points. That's way more than Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
With a shittier quarterback, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the running back
I think that's a little bit more of a
same.
conversation. I thought you were saying that CeeDee was comparable to Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is head and shoulders above everybody
Justin
else.
Jefferson's number 1. I can't think of another
Head
person
and
who's
shoulders
better
above everybody else in
than
the
Justin Jefferson. Yeah. But at number 2, find me somebody you can convincingly say is better than CeeDee. Convincingly. Nobody. But Justin Jefferson is number 1.
But Jamar Chase is better than him. I will say that.
If you want that opinion, that's fine. He has to show me more. He showed me 1 year. That's it. Last year he was hurt.
Also, just wait till Rondé Gadsden gets in the league.
Okay.
Anyhow, another crazy part that happened after
you always
the
have
game,
to bring your shit fucking takes in here.
I just love Rondé Gadsden.
You just love the cards you have.
He gets a national game this year.
He's a college
Rondé
receiver that's
Gadsden.
not even number 1 in
college
the
tight end.
Is he number 1 in NCAA?
He's a tight
in
end.
Receiving.
No.
For the tight ends.
But
he's not even number 1 in NCAA.
We'll get to
How
that.
is he going to be number 1 in
We'll get to
NFL?
college football here in a bit. But another thing that happened from
your
the
takes
Chiefs
are
game,
trash.
Another thing that happened. So are yours. Yours are much worse than mine. Hey, honestly,
I'm 3-0 in
HGH.
You weren't.
Good.
My
Who cares
HGH
about
is
that?
higher. That's takes.
A blind
Those
squirrel
are
finds
takes.
a nut, and water will come down
4
to
weeks in a row.
Water will come down to its level.
4 weeks in a row.
All even itself out.
Water also smothers everything.
Honestly,
it comes into contact with.
minute that I have 1 game ahead, I am 1 game ahead of you.
You
on
won't
HGH.
be. That's weeks
No,
away.
I will.
If you can even dub up.
You better. You know what happens when that happens? The show's ended, and I win.
Take your ball and go home, you big
I'll
pussy.
take my fucking ball and go home. We'll
Please.
cancel the fuck. No, I'm kidding.
God.
But no, Isaiah Pacheco broke his fibula. He's out for the season now.
Good thing I didn't have him on fantasy.
That's a bummer. That's a
Who's their
bummer.
backup right now?
Carson Steele, he fumbled the shit out of the ball.
Yeah, he wasn't good. Where's Jared McKinnon? Is he hurt or not on the
I think
team?
they cut him, dude. I think he retired. Jared McKinnon retired.
There's options out there. They'll be fine. It's Patrick Mahomes.
You know who they probably were looking at right now? Kareem Hunt reunion.
Oh, why not? Wait, he's a free agent? Yeah, absolutely.
He's also on bitch in a dynasty league.
If they were smart, they'd trade for Deuce Vaughn too. But
they could do some things with Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn would get so many screens.
Now that you mention it, like that would be
Sproles. That would 2.0 in Andy Reid's offense.
That would be kind of nasty.
God, Deuce Vaughn, you're quick. You're compact.
Patty can throw a catchable screen pass. You know?
Oh, and he's 5'6", but he can still catch it.
He can throw it from every angle imaginable.
Oh, absolutely. He can underhand it to him. Yeah. I've seen it. Because Travis Kelce
I'm here for it. Your Deuce Vaughn card would go up in value if you got on an actually good team.
The value of that card never matters. I'm never selling.
Yeah.
Never selling.
Speaking of the Cowboys are who we thought they were.
Yeah, Cowboys. And the Saints are who nobody thought they were.
I'm shocked at the Saints. They look so good.
I will say traditionally.
Kamara might be 4 touchdowtouchdowns?
Kamara's amazing. And Derek
incredible.
Carr, though, what the fuck? Grabbing his nuts? And nobody stopped him?
He was trying
He did the
to
Thriller dance.
He was trying to do a Michael Jackson, right? But he cupped it. He ended up just cupping his nads, dude. That was
I think you have to.
Fucking handful,
when you score a tutty, you grab the tutty. You know what I'm saying? Full hands.
Yeah.
Let Ezekiel Elliott know he's a bitch.
It was a wild celebration, but hey,
they can't do it. They can't do anything about it. They didn't stop him.
No.
Cowboys defense, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Dak, you're fucking trash. Zeke, you're even more poochies. I mean, like I said, CD, 4 catches, 90 yards.
Let's hear
Whatever, bro.
What else you got?
It is what it is. I don't know. I didn't watch, so I can't say anything, but I saw a lot of hate for Micah after the game.
Really?
Like, he didn't do anything.
Oh,
is what I saw.
Is Micah? Are you on the Micah turn? Like you on the
Micah
hate club?
A hate club? No, I would never.
Yeah, there's a hate club of Dallas Cowboys fans that want him gone. They think he's too much of a distraction. He's running his podcast in the middle of the year. Shout out to podcasters. Shout out to you, Micah.
Hell yeah.
But
who's better?
I mean,
that we can get
that you can get. That's a different story. But I mean, who's better? TJ Watt.
There's like 3
Danielle
or 4.
Hunter.
No, Danielle Hunter's not better.
Danielle Hunter's better.
He's also doesn't play the same position, so that's a whole different thing.
They're edge rushers.
Daniil's going on.
Edge rushers is what I count. I see
Daniil Hunter is now a
you classify
tackle.
as a linebacker or DN, you're an edge rusher. You're an edge rusher. Your job
Daniil
is
Hunter
it's not
is
a hard
now
job
a
either. Go get the
tackle
fucking
on the
quarterback.
Texans.
You know?
Daniil Hunter is a defensive tackle on the Texans now.
Daniil Hunter
His position
gets edge
has
rushers.
changed.
Daniil Hunter gets edge rushers.
His position has changed.
Whatever.
So we're talking different shit, apples to oranges. And Micah Parsons is 20 million times better than him. Will Anderson Jr. is better than Daniil Hunter. You don't even know what you're talking about.
He is. Yeah, I think so.
God, you fucking trash
Hunter,
bucket.
I was recently buzzed because that sack he had last night was pretty crazy.
Yeah, a fucking sack. Congratulations. Holy shit, he's been in the league 20 years. He knows what he's doing.
He's really good.
Against Caleb Williams, 93 passing yards. Great. Worst offensive line in the league for 2 or 3 years.
You want to do that one now? Because Sunday Night
God,
Football.
the Bears
Sunday Night
fucking
Football,
suck.
bro.
Caleb Williams, I was right about you. You're the next Bryce Young. And Bryce Young, you're dead in the water. You're done. When Andy Dalton, a 47-year-old quarterback, is put in week 3, you need to just cash out, bro. You need to go live with your family somewhere where you'll never be talked to again because your 5'9" ass can't see over the offensive line and your owner doesn't care about you anymore. He traded the farm for you and he's just kicking you to the side. So Bryce Young, you're trash. Caleb Williams, you're headed there. I need more out of you. I need more TikTok dances on the field after you score a tutty.
Okay. I just gave you a minute and a half to rant on that.
That wasn't even a minute and a half. That was like 28 seconds.
It was at least a minute and a half.
Yeah, you're not even timing. You don't even know the timing
It was
over
at
here.
least a minute and a half. So let me get a minute and a half now. You want a minute
Fuck
and a
you,
half?
Bryce Young.
What
Fuck
this
you,
man
Caleb
just
Williams.
said was one of the most idiotic things that he's ever said on this podcast.
For sure.
All right, I can understand why the
Bears have the worst line.
Will you let me fucking finish?
No,
goddamn?
I won't.
Will you let
They have
me
the
fucking
best
finish,
receiving
please?
core out there too, with all those receivers they signed. Trash.
He is
Cole
clearly
Kmet,
an
DJ
unrefined
Moore.
football eye, right? The football eye will show you
Unrefined.
that the strides that Caleb Williams just made from week 1 to week 2
Trash.
were
From a win to a loss. That's crazy. What a stride.
okay.
What a stride,
He was
brother.
playing a much different team.
Win to a loss.
He was playing a much different
And his
defense.
defense finally didn't score a
And
touchdown.
let me tell you, the game looks too fast for him right now. It does.
It's going to be too fast for him forever.
It's getting more.
Those nail fumes.
We will come
Get into
back
the
to this
head.
in a year.
Please.
And Caleb Williams.
We keep coming back to things where I look better. The Tech fucking 13-0 prediction, we come back to that. Trash.
11-1 is still statistically
Horrible.
possible.
The
11-1 is still
Texas
statistically
losing
possible.
to Michigan. Texas not being good take. Horrible. Telling you to, we'll watch that next week when I gave my take and Texas fucking ran through Michigan like they were diarrhea. Like it didn't even fucking matter, bro.
Okay. So
Your takes are even more trash, and that's football. You were 0-6 last week in the football season in HGH. And you're telling me I have an unrefined
last week I was
football eye?
2-1 if you want to fucking be
3-0, and the game winner was that Jaden Daniels would beat the Giants, and,
And they
you're,
won,
that
and
was a fluke.
they
That was a
squeaked
fluke.
by 3.
Dub's a dub.
Okay,
And they were getting 2 points.
What
so
I
they
am
won the
saying,
spread by 5.
what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted was that Caleb
Before he
Williams,
was rudely corrected.
Caleb Williams is not doo-doo. He is not a bust. Calling him a bust in the second game is one of the dumbest fucking things I've ever seen.
I called Bryce Young a bust in the
Peyton
first
Manning
game last
was
year.
0-16.
And he didn't look like a bust.
He did.
He looked like
did
he
that,
belonged.
Right? No, I'm telling you right now, Caleb Williams is starting to figure it out, and he will figure it out by the end of this season. He will start having some 200, 300-yard games, okay? Because he is going to start while the game
Because they
still
spent
looks too
$80
fast
million
for him.
on wide receivers.
It got significantly slower for him against a better team this week than it did the week before. His defense is incredible. It's going to keep him in ball games. He's going to have some situations where he's going to be able to go win the game, and you're going to see that fucking magic.
And he's going to throw a pick or fumble
because if
it.
you watch college football last year, you realize that yes,
He got sacked 82 times.
He was playing a lot worse talent in college
with a
football.
lot better offensive line in college. His offensive line last year was better than his offensive line this year, and that's proven. Justin Fields last year, annihilated. Caleb Williams already this year, annihilated. Trash.
Well, I think that's probably an area.
Jaden Daniels better.
Do you not think Ryan
Anthony
Poles
Richardson better.
Do you not
number
think-
2 quarterbacks of the last 2 drafts have been better. Fuck the number 1 picks and y'all are trading for him. You're trash. All of you GMs are horrible. Hire me. Don't hire these stupid idiots.
Don't hire this man because he's an unrefined football eye.
Sure.
He does not know what he's talking about. He knows nothing of what he's talking
Coming
about.
from a tortilla-tossing
He
troglodyte,
might as
that
well be
doesn't mean
talking out of
anything.
his actual asshole right now.
I might as well.
Because
And I might rip
that's,
one.
That's where it's coming from.
I didn't,
Because
but-
all I'm saying is, if you watch that game last night, and I understand that Caleb Williams, the game is moving too fast for him right now. He's not going to put up crazy stats if you're just looking at the stat line. But he is starting. He's got a chance. Bryce Young might be a little bit more of a lost hope. I do.
Little bit more. He just got benched.
I think that's
little bit more of a lost hope.
Bryce Young getting benched is the best thing to happen to his career.
Your takes are
Mark my
horrible,
words.
and you're
Mark my
horrible.
words.
He's
That's the best
5'9".
thing to happen to his
He's
career
trash.
right now because
Caleb
he
Williams
needs
is
some
worried
time
about his
behind
money.
a veteran to show that hey, we can win some games. The Panthers have decent tools. Right?
No, they don't. They have the worst team.
They have Xavier Legette.
They have the worst roster in the league.
They have Xavier Legette.
Who's not even the best rookie wide receiver this year.
No, he's not. Oh.
So what is good about him then? If he's not the best rookie, he's not going to be the best veteran.
Well,
they have a future.
They have a future face of the league in Marvin Harrison that was in the same class.
And what happened to him? And Malik Neighbors looks better.
What happened to him? He had 4 catches for
right. So they're all outperforming
touchdowns.
Xavier Legette with the quarterback he had.
So in 2 fucking games, Derek, how short-sighted are you?
Marvin Harrison had 4 yards his first game. Right. So we're giving him the second game 140. Xavier Legette's had 2 games. I don't know. He's trash.
Yeah, he had the most.
I like him.
So
though,
this is what
person.
I wanted to talk about. I had this listed on the rundown. I follow a Xavier Legette fan account on Instagram. It's like just they solely care about Xavier Legette, and that's it. And I love Xavier Legette. I think that he's an absolute talent. So they had a post that made me die laughing yesterday because his final stat line was 0 catches, 0 yards. Right, like he didn't get any love, but they had a stat that he had the 7th highest expected air yards on incompletions. So incompletions thrown to him that he should have been that was further down the field. Like if it had been a good throw, what he would have caught. Right. That was the most grasping at straws thing that I've ever seen.
That's so dope.
It made
that
me
makes
laugh.
the 0 catches, 0 yards so much better for me. Like, oh my god.
It shows you that what's your job as a receiver. You get
He's
open.
so good.
You
dude.
get open.
He's so good.
Right? But I thought it was hilarious. Just they posted that.
It was expected air yards, not just getting open, because there's a different stat for that. It's called separation. And he's not in the top 50 of that. So
how do you know? You've
been looking
at this. You don't know
I'm deep into prize picks. I'm up on my money this weekend. And I know what I'm talking about for the NFL right now.
Don't know the analytics, man.
I already know.
All right. Well, speaking of
God, I hate Caleb Williams.
Incredible. Hey, Caleb Williams got a shot. But yeah, Bryce Young, it's a little setback. He got benched. That was breaking news today. He got benched for the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton.
For literally a 48-year-old
The Red Rocket, who, I mean, I think that he will be definitely...
Former Cowboys quarterback.
Mm-hmm. The Red Rocket. The Red Rifle.
Actually, didn't
the Red Rifle.
I didn't hate it as a
Cowboys
quarterback.
He was kind of nice. That he won that Monday night game.
But
he won that Monday night game for
you.
you.
It's not nice, but he was there.
It was one of the last primetime games y'all fucking won.
More refreshing to watch than Dak shit the bed. So
yeah.
I'll take
so
that.
you'd rather have Andy Dalton than Dak?
Almost any quarterback. Almost any quarterback, brother. I don't.
Well,
Give me a quarterback. Jared Lorenzen, you come back to the league. The hefty
R.I.P.
lefty.
R.I.p.
Oh shit, rest in peace.
He died not too long ago.
Heart attack?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
His nickname was the hefty lefty.
Jared Lorenzen was an inspiration.
Holy shit, I didn't know
to
that.
all big men out there. We love
huge men out there.
I love Jared.
What was he like?
There's a new guy. There's a new guy, by the way, that's the same. That's in high school.
No, I've seen that guy. He's not the same. Jared Lorenzen could actually throw the ball. He could spin the rock.
Yeah, but this kid
can't throw the ball. He says these guys are scared to. I watched it. My buddy Drew sent it to me. He said, "Oh, they're scared to tackle me." And literally, the next clip is him running for 1 yard and getting tackled at his feet by a 5'0" guy. So like,
yeah, but he threw some dives. For a big man,
he's in middle school almost. Like he looks like the competition that he's playing is middle school.
This kid right here?
Yes, I've seen him. He's trash, dude. He has no athleticism.
I don't know if the camera can see that. He's a unit.
God, he is a unit.
6'2",
he's huge.
280.
He's going to end up on the offensive line, but the coach now is just playing his cards like nobody wants to tackle this fuck. But literally, guys, the cornerbacks are coming in. They're 5'1", 125, and they're just hitting his ankles, and the man can't move, so he's falling down.
He's not the most fleet of foot
at all.
But,
so and he's not throwing the rock like Casey
I'm rooting
says.
for him because I root for every big man quarterback. If you're over 250, you should chase those dreams, brother. Chase those dreams is all I'm saying. Keep working on those throws, throw some dimes. Don't let that coach try to force you into offensive guard. But when it's time and you want to keep playing,
it's gonna happen, bro.
Just contain that A block, brother. Contain that A block. Try to make sure you handle the first level before you go run off to the linebacker.
They don't even know, bro.
Just remember that, brother.
They don't even know.
Well, hey, I know we touched on it a little bit. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Whoa, you just skipped one, but I'll take that. We'll go.
Which
to the next
one? Which one did I skip?
The one right before Marvin Harrison.
Oh no. Okay.
Someone right now.
Thank you for that.
Hold on. Someone right now. Cue in the Undertaker music.
Oh man.
The Undertaker intro music. Man. I need that cue
because
please.
It's Thursday. Going back to Thursday Night Football, we had the Dolphins Bills, right?
Dolphins Bills, great game.
Great game. We were all excited for it. And Tua had a very terrifying concussion.
He had a very bad game first.
He had a bad game, but then he got hit, and we've seen Tua on primetime. He's gotten concussed more than anybody else, and he has the scariest concussion. When he gets hit in the head, his fucking arms lock up, and his shit, like, he looks
shit crinkles.
Like
he's struggling for life.
It is terrifying, and all of these takes are happening immediately. People rush to Twitter, and they say, Tua, you need to retire for your family, and go speak to the neurologist, and understand the long-term effects, and all those are absolutely correct. And at the same time I'm reading all these, I get the most asinine text from Derek the Dude that I've ever seen. Yeah, you want to tell him what it was?
All right, let me set up the scene for you.
You want to tell him what it was? Derek is saying, I told you I could have beat his ass in a fight. He's a pussy ass. He's going on.
So take that back to episode 1.
Yeah.
And I will dribble that man's head off the fucking ground. He ran into a dead man. A man who was certified dead by the state of New York.
Damar
Hamlin, the safety of the Buffalo Bills, stood there waiting for Tua to go down. He was 2 yards past the first down marker. He had got the first down. He was waiting for Tua to either slide or hug him so they could just hug it out, stop right there. And what does Tua do? An illegal move that didn't get flagged. He spears Damar Hamlin, a dead man, in the chest.
What?
Yes, he speared. That's an illegal move. They caught it after the game and said it should have been a flag. An offensive player cannot lead with their helmet into the defender's chest. Okay. That's how it's worked. That's how it's supposed to be. It has to be lead with the shoulder.
He took the worst of it.
Well, that's not. Oh, hold on. He did it his fucking self. He dove into a dead man's chest and ended up on the fucking ground, crippled. Tua turned the ball over, was out there just. Spasming in national TV, it was horrible. You knew it was happening.
God awful passes.
As it was happening, he dove into the guy's chest. Like, you knew he was going to be hurt. He's the most fragile being I've ever seen in the NFL. And if CTE hasn't already happened, it's brewing. It's like a strong tea right now. Yeah. That man is going to come out and one of these days just go crazy. And I feel bad for him, but he needs to realize when the writing's on the fucking wall.
Do you feel bad for him?
I'll beat his ass first, but I feel bad for him.
I don't think you feel bad for him.
Only because you talk shit like he could beat me up, and it's your fault. I still
think he could beat.
It's Casey's time fault.
I don't think you have the strength of the fighting skills to get to his head to bounce it off the ground.
I will literally take him to the ground just like every other fucking defense. Damar Hamlin weighs 165 pounds.
Damar Hamlin's
an
NFL safety.
165
Damar
pounds.
Hamlin plays in the National Football League.
There. He stood there, and Tua,
who's
like
played
6'3".
High school football.
Tua's like 6'3", and he runs into the guy, and he just collapses. Yeah. Collapses. Yes. Dribbling his head. It might be attempted murder because he's a pussy, but whatever.
It was one of the wildest things.
I don't want to sit in jail for him.
In the moment, too. There was no, processing time. There's no, you're like, I told you I could have beat that bitch's ass.
Look at the fucking replay, please. He did it to himself. And it's the 5th concussion he's got in 2 years. Yeah. If he does not get out of the NFL, he secured his guaranteed money. If he doesn't get out of the NFL, I literally have zero remorse for the man if he dies on the field. And I am disrespectful. I am morally inept. And I am a terrible human being.
Yes.
But I also don't give a fuck. So if he makes that decision consciously as a human being with all the same information that we both have, which he probably has a little more information than me.
Yeah.
Then he deserves it. That's called Darwin Award.
How do you know
he would win the Darwin Award?
How do you know what information he's getting? He's meeting with some of the top neurologists in the world yesterday.
That's what I just said. He's getting more information than me, and just what I see on the field is letting me know
what those neurologists are going to say.
He needs to go to flag football. He needs to be that dude talking shit to Patty Mahomes.
the guy with the throwing motion like this.
Yeah, I have more flag football knowledge than these guys. I weigh 145 pounds. I'm real good. Tua could do that because he's not getting fucking smoked into the ground.
I think Tua should really for his family and the rest of his life. There's so many years after football, and
honestly,
football's not everything. Nobody will ever be able to take away from Tua. He was the passing leader in the NFL.
I just
want
to know
season that he was an incredible player. He won a national championship, and he is. I mean, he was a really good player. I also think that Tua should know that I 100% think he could kick the absolute shit out of Derek the Dude. I think he could.
What do you think?
I don't know, Mike, to repeat my question because Liz asked this question after it happened. Does he still get the money if he retires early?
He has guaranteed money, so whatever's guaranteed, he gets.
He got paid before the season.
So he's good. He's good for life. So what more does a man have to prove to go out there and die? You have a family. Grow the fuck up. Even I would dip out, and I'm a DEGEN.
I believe that ultimately,
I would take the high that getting a concussion gives you.
It's easy to say that from your position. But he's got people that are always going to now be like, oh, your last game was a 3-pick game, and on prime
holy
time we all saw
if your ego is that fragile and you have $200 million, you can pay to have somebody boost your fucking ego.
In your mind, it's just a condition you have where your head has gotten hit a few times, and but it's just part of the game. You
could literally die on the field. It's happened within the past 5 years.
Why does that? I understand that. I think that will trump everything, right? I do. I think that'll trump everything. So
the neurological problems down the road, you shouldn't even be worried about.
I'm not going to act like I don't understand why he might be like.
Why would he keep playing? Why? For glory? Because his team's not even in the position to win a Super Bowl.
They were last year.
They are not in the position to win a Super Bowl, and as currently constructed, they will run out of money in 2 years.
I don't think that. I mean, I do think that ultimately, and as he should, he's going to value his the rest of his life rather than his football.
He's telling his family right now, I value this game more than I value you.
Well, he hasn't made any fucking decision, so I think it's pretty.
You know, he made a decision. He said he's coming back.
No, he didn't.
Yes, it is definitive. He's coming back. He already met with the neurologist. He said they've already practiced.
I didn't know this.
Yes, I know you didn't because you don't look it up. You look up other stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Like Pat Mahomes fan fiction.
I was busy on the Twitter feed with the Shannon Sharp shit. Still got crap.
Fucking DMing high school football players.
I'm not DMing high school kids. Michael Hudson got a little bit of action in the second half, by the way.
He got some action. Did you enjoy that?
He got some run in the second half. I know you're trying to make like a section when you into it. It's not that. He got playing time.
He got play.
He got playing time.
I love some play
in the second half. And he had a couple catches.
Okay, so before I went off on that Tua tangent, it's Casey time was going to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr., who he is very...
I'm going to make that one real quick because he has fucking arrived.
He showed up.
He is him. He
It was first half, though.
You hear what he said after the game? Well, yeah, because they were caking him.
Does it bother you? Oh, they took him out completely. Though, because he had 8 targets. He was 4 catches, 4 targets in the second half.
Did you hear what he said after the game?
4 targets. What did he say? I did not.
He said they asked him how he would characterize it. Like last week, you said you had a really bad debut, and he was like, yeah. He goes, well, I mean, I did all right. I did a little bit better. He goes, but the only 4 incompletions that Kyler Murray had this game
were to him.
Were to me, and I got to fix that. And like, woo, that boy's gonna be so cold.
I think he's gonna be great.
I also want to apologize to him because after he got 27 points, he was projected for 44 fantasy points. I said in my fantasy chat that he might go for 100 today. He didn't get a single fantasy point after I said that. So I think I might have doomed him. That's on me.
I think that
I have a lot of power in my. head here.
The pedigree he comes from, his father being a Hall of Fame wide receiver and legal murderer. He's a killer out there on the field.
We don't say that.
He knows what he's doing out there, and he knows how to attack the other team. And I think that Kyler throws the ball up just as much as anybody else. So he's in a great position. He's the number 1 target. Yeah. Greg Dortch didn't do shit this week. You notice?
That's right.
He had like 2 catches, 8 yards.
Right, he realizes now that like
Marvin Harrison
it's exactly what it's a taller Tyreek. Remember the Patrick Mahomes play where he said, "Fuck it, Tyreek's down there somewhere and just throw it." Kyler can do that, and Marvin Harrison Jr., even if he's covered, will go up and catch that ball.
It's hard to compare him to Tyreek because his 40 was not Tyreek's speed. Yeah. I think he's more of what he had. DeAndre
there was
Hopkins,
one of his big catches reminded me so much. Yeah, it reminded me so much of.
No, he's a big receiver. Calvin Johnson, like he's one of those guys.
I understand, but he's very fast too.
They were all very fast. Calvin Johnson was fast in the league at the time.
Yeah.
Just like DK Metcalf is huge and fast.
Yes. But what I'm saying is there was a play that I'm thinking of where Kyler scrambling around and just kind of like he saw him over there, but like threw it just as high as he could in the air, and Marvin was right there. Yeah, it was a good play. It was a good play. Oh, I mean, I know we showed this card before, but I brought.
Oh, you brought it.
I brought that one for
Yeah. This is a card.
Little show and tell.
Just for a little background, he said it before, but it's Casey Thompson. There's not going to be autos of this man for a year or two.
No rookie autos, baby. I'm sitting on a gold line
at minimum.
And if you want it, I mean, the price just went up. Let's put it that way. Hey, the price just went up, baby.
Is not
yesterday's price. Is not today's price.
Shout out Pusha T.
That is facts.
Factual.
That is factual. One other card. This is the only other card I had to show. This man had a hell of a game too.
I like this one better though. I don't want to really put this one up, but I will because Brock Bowers is cool. And he won me some money.
Another rookie that was showing out to me.
Yeah, Brock Bowers for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, and they got a win.
Tight end.
They crushed my gut pick.
They actually beat the Ravens. Yeah, that's why you lost to HGH. Mm-hmm. But they beat the Ravens, who have lost 2 devastating games in a row to the Chiefs and the Raiders, who most people didn't expect to be great, but they're a gritty team, and I love Gardner Minshew. I'm on his fan club. He's a DEGEN, but not in like a negative way or anything. He's like the good DEGEN, right? Like you have the chaos chart. He's the lawful good or whatever. He wants to live in a van. He wants to go to the beach every fucking day, hit a mountain every other week. Seems so cool. He's like that guy. Like he's just really chill. And then on the field, he really, really wants to win. And he tries hard. He's a gunslinger. He's from the Brett Favre mold. Gritty. Is he as good as Brett Favre? Absolutely not. No. But he's from that same kind of mold. And then for me to go to a team like the Raiders, where Max Crosby totally bitched you the year before on national TV, little boy, and then you're showing up and you're working hard for that team. I think it's pretty cool. I don't hate the Raiders. I never really have. The fact that they might be okay is cool. I think it's all right.
They're not beating the Chiefs, but they're good.
I really don't. Nobody's beating the Chiefs.
That's right.
And the refs. That's for all you guys out there. I don't have any dog in that fight. But
yeah. Well, we've talked a lot about the NFL. There's a lot of good NFL action. Begrudgingly, I need to bring up the fact that I am a little scared about this, but I think Texas might actually be back. I will say also, is there a little quarterback controversy? Because Quinn got hurt.
Yes, he did.
And
just like last year.
Arch came in, and Arch looked significantly better. He looked a lot better. His first pass was a touchdown. His first run was a touchdown. I understand it's UTSA. Yes. I understand they're not a great team, and but he handled business. And in my opinion, if you're a Texas fan, you should be wanting Arch Manning as your starting quarterback. I think Quinn Ewers just got the Drew Bledsoe, right? I personally, and he's going to, against Louisiana Monroe, it's going to be the Arch Manning show because Quinn's out for that game. He's coming back after that. I don't think he's going to come back as a starting quarterback. I don't think he should come back as a starting quarterback. I think if he does, that's going to put Quinn in a hell of a position where, one turnover, and he's had some groaner turnovers this year. Against UTSA, he had one. You see that pick?
The broken play. I saw the broken play where
it was a garbage play. We haven't seen it do anything like that. Arch Manning. All I'm saying is Arch Manning should be y'all's guy. What are your thoughts? I'm curious what you think.
I think you're trying to bait me a little bit, but it's cute. Because they're both on my team and not yours, you fucking bitch. Hook 'em horns. Did it without Quinn. Quinn got hurt. Unfortunately, he got hurt last year. And Malik came in last year and showed out. And everybody's like, oh, is Malik the guy? Is Malik the guy? Then he had another game where he was absolute shit. We don't know these guys until the actual play. Quinn Ewers was leading Heisman candidate.
Malik Murphy doesn't have Manning as his last name.
Yeah, but Malik is the first. He got swag as fuck. So, anyways, but Quinn Ewers,
he beat UConn by 3 points last week.
Literally leading the Heisman race going into week 3. Gets hurt. There's no way he loses his starting job. At Texas, there's a tradition, and in college, there's a tradition. You start that guy. You start Quinn.
Yeah, like you started Chris Sims.
He hasn't fucked up. That's what I'm saying. It's a tradition. So the principle is built, so they can build it on that. They can lean back on that and say, hey, this has already happened once, so let's try it this way. Okay. That's fine. You're trying to bait me once again. I'm not going to get heated because we have the best 2 fucking quarterbacks in the nation. Why would I get mad?
In the nation? That's
I don't that's name one better than either one of them.
Name one
because you just told me that
Carson Beck.
You think Carson Beck is better than both of them?
I think
that's a fucking lie. Kentucky,
no,
12 to 13. That's better than both of them. Either of them. Get the fuck out of here, you salty ass Tech fan. You tortilla tossing troglodyte. You fucking fuck. Yeah. No, they're not better. Anyways, there's no controversy. When Quinn comes back, he'll be the starter. There might be a short leash. There might be, but I doubt it. We're going to win every game.
I think he means there should be.
Every game in the regular season. We're going to get to that Vanderbilt game. It's the last game of the season.
No, I'm off Vanderbilt. Yeah,
hold on. No, you can't be off Vanderbilt. That's another bad take of this man.
They lost to Georgia State this weekend and I watched it, okay?
He tells you I have no football acumen, and then all his takes are just absolute ass
I can change them. I'm allowed to change my opinions.
Absolute ass. Yeah, you have to change them every week because they're always wrong, which is crazy to me. Also, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. But I'm just saying UT is going to go into that Vanderbilt game. I think both quarterbacks put up numbers that game. I think there's no question that we're up 35-3 at half. Arch comes in the second half. We in the game 73-6. Be great. Be a great way to go into the tournament because we're going to make it into the playoffs. Yeah, and we're going to be the number 1 seed.
All I'm saying, if that happens, and it very well could. Woo! If that happens,
hook them.
I will need you to just watch the vibe in the house when you come over to hang.
Oh, brother, because I'm coming in full gear. I'm coming in a Bevo suit.
I'm saying my wife.
I know. And I love Courtney, and Courtney knows that. Courtney, you know that. Courtney, you know how much I appreciate you. And you are a great hostess. But if it is 70-6 or 73 to something like that, I want to let you know I'm getting my licks in. I'm coming in Bevo suit, throwing the horns up.
Babe, don't worry. If they win like that, I won't.
He's not even inviting me over.
I won't invite him over.
They have a Ring doorbell anyway. It's not even like it's gonna. They're just gonna see me out there. Like,
hey, go back to wherever you.
And then I'll head straight to 6th and get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
Hey, but Texas is back. Don't let anybody. He even said it out of his own mouth.
Hey, it'd be a real shame if they ended up being clunkers.
Oh, be a real shame.
All I'm saying.
Be a real shame if they ended like Texas Tech.
Did you see? I mean, so the transitive property, which you probably know nothing about.
I learned that in fucking
you probably know nothing about the transitive property, but you would know that it doesn't work in college football. But you can tell a lot about your opponent.
He knows for sure.
Did you see what Michigan did last week?
Michigan fucking sucks. What did I see about them? And then what?
They beat Arkansas State at home by 10.
Who's Arkansas State?
Yeah, exactly.
So why do I care?
Because maybe the team that you think like you are basing this like we're back,
No,
we're incredible, and we're
no,
everything.
not on the Michigan game. They fucked him up at home.
Okay, so then the Colorado State game,
hell yeah,
or the UTSA game,
Yep, fucked him up.
Do you think either of those teams are good?
I think Tennessee showed out by scoring that many points on the other team, and I'm convinced they're good
Bro,
by that.
Okay,
That's
okay.
it.
I'm glad you brought up Tennessee. Did you see the wild move they pulled?
No, I didn't.
Game? They played Kent State.
Don't give him good props right now. Because Texas is the same way.
Up 30 to nothing.
No.
Up 30 to nothing. They went for an onside kick.
Why not?
That's savage. That's just you don't do that. You don't show up your.
Why do you not do that?
But it came out afterwards.
Why?
Kicker.
It's a fucking game. Stop
because
it.
You're Tennessee.
Stop
you're
it.
at home and you're playing Kent State.
Stop
and
it.
if you're a coach, like, stop an onside.
I want to
kick
put up 100.
A surprise onside.
I want to put up 100.
Yeah.
On a team like that. I want to make sure they never come back to my stadium. They probably paid that team to play there like $900K, $1 million to come play a home and home. Beat the fuck out of them, embarrass them. They got the money.
But the coach came out and said, like, hey, because that reflects poorly on a coach. And, these coaches got to keep these relationships.
He sounds bitch-made if he's going to apologize.
Well, no, he came out and said that was kicker. The kicker has an audible that if they're in this coverage, he can automatically do that. And so he ran that. But
well, that's it. That's the coach's decision.
It's really not classy up 30.
It's still the coach's decision to give him that audible.
Right. And I think he can't. I think that kicker no longer has it after that game. Wouldn't be shocked if he does.
Yeah, why do you have it in the first place? The coach's ass.
But speaking of routes, though, how about my Red Raiders? Yeah, you came.
Wait. Cool. I'm happy with it because guess what?
You came with us. Yeah,
HGH.
I don't give a fuck about your HGH.
Hit the
picks.
over.
I don't give a fuck about.
You told me the over at 70 wasn't hitting, and it smashed.
It did. And I'm really happy it did because we scored 3 touchdowns in a minute. It was
crazy.
In a minute of gameplay, the Red Raiders scored 3 touchdowns. Think about that. Just process that. We had a bomb touchdown. We had a pick 6.
I saw it.
We got a turnover, and we scored on the first play we got the ball. And it was beautiful, and we needed that so bad. Like I
needed that so bad.
I needed that. You're not wrong. I needed that. I pleaded with the camera last time. I pleaded with the audience. I pleaded with people like that -9.5 needed to hit, and I've never been happier.
This man was streaming while he was watching the game.
Did you watch any of that? Like
I was in and out. I told you knew I was in and out. You saw my name in there. Yeah, I was watching him, and he was all excited, and the day would go on to be better and better and better and better, and then we're getting late into the night, and then something changes. But yeah, that Tech game was lit. I saw a little bit before
I was so happy with the Tech game. I needed that Tech game to go that way. If we had been in a close battle with UNT
of all people,
it would have been really sad. And next we got Arizona State, and we're gonna learn a lot about this team because I know the transitive property doesn't apply, but Washington State was a team we got blown out by, right? And manhandled by. Did you see what they did this weekend? They beat Washington.
Who's at
Playoff
Washington?
team.
All the people transferred away.
Most of the people.
And
they got the guy from
coaches.
Arizona though. They got the coach from Arizona. He went up there.
A brand new coach.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
And Washington State isn't as bad as everybody says.
Maybe
Tech isn't as bad as everybody says.
Tech is bad.
Maybe not. But around the horn.
Wait, who do you think is better, though, Tech or Texas?
Of course, Texas is better this year. All right, like I'm not fucking blind. All right, we went to overtime with ACU, dude. Like you're never gonna hear me say anything that fucking wild, bro. Like
I've heard it already.
Nobody's gonna be a bigger critic of my team than me. And no, we're not on that same level. But all I'm saying is, teams grow as the season grows, and I am really hoping
they're growers, not showers.
Yeah.
So, shout out to all the growers, not showers out there.
That's
fighting a battle from behind. A losing battle at some point. So.
Man, so around the horn, you see how I did this? I put like the conferences, the Big Four conferences.
I do see that.
So SEC, we had Georgia hang on in a tight one, which was, I thought
Georgia sucks. They almost lost to Kentucky. That's all we need to know.
But y'all are my hope. They're just saving it so they can get
beat
Texas
us.
when we're here.
Texas is now #1 in the nation, ranked. So that's cool.
The SEC did have a strong showing with Bama rolling Wisconsin at home. We kind of knew that was happening.
I think Bama is still. People are they're kind of undervaluing Bama.
They're nice. Jalen Milroe can ball, bro.
They had a couple transfers out, but a lot of them stayed put, and then they also had transfers in.
Yeah.
And Kalen DeBoer did it.
Kalen DeBoer had a playoff team.
He did it at Washington.
He got to the national championship last year.
He developed
You remember
people.
when he beat Texas?
He
in the
did
playoff
beat
game?
Texas,
Yeah.
and now they played a almost perfect. I think they had one bad play that whole game almost. Yeah. They played a perfect game. I was very upset with how amazing everything happened for them last year. And yes, that's the players on the field, but DeBoer put him in those places.
Yeah.
And now he's at Alabama with some of the most rich talent and money still. Mm-hmm. Like you can go get the players and NIL these guys. Like
facts.
It's I think people are seeing them as something less than they are.
Yeah, but it's still Bama, and they're still really fucking good. And I think they proved that this weekend. I don't think they're gonna be sneaking up on anybody.
Nope.
Vandy, we have to talk about Vanderbilt because they were looking so good, and I wanted to believe. And I have a problem.
Anchors
I
up,
have a
get
problem. I have a problem with Vanderbilt football. My wife she loves
Shout out
Vanderbilt
Courtney.
football. She
Shout
is
out
my
Courtney.
sweet angel of a wife. And I have a fucked up habit of when they're about to win and I'm watching these games and we're not in the same place, I text her.
Oh.
And I did it. I shouldn't have done it. They had this with 20 seconds left. They scored a touchdown. Looks like the game winner, right? And I just text her 3 exclamation points. Like, I'm so excited. Like, hell yeah, Vandy.
What did she say immediately?
She didn't say anything back.
Okay.
And I think she was already asleep. I'm hoping she was already asleep for this because then immediately with 20 seconds left, like they're up by 3. So it's like, okay, at least they're forcing overtime. Like even if Georgia State went down and scored a fucking touchdown.
How many
into
plays?
that
Like
game.
2 plays?
I don't even remember.
That's crazy.
Honestly, it was the type of deal. I was running that stream. It was on one of the deals, and I did some stuff, and I look up and I see the Georgia State team celebrating, and like their fans rushed the field, and like there's like 10 fans in the stands, but they were all looking so obnoxious, and like, oh, I felt so bad for the Vanderbilt like team.
And yourself?
No.
Did you apologize for that text immediately?
I did. I said, I'm so sorry. Because she's told me before, do not text me when Vanderbilt's up. I brought her in last year.
He doesn't even listen to his wife.
I brought her in last year when UNLV they were about to beat UNLV, and it was similar, like crushing, like pulling defeat from the jaws of victory type performance that happens at the end, right? She came in and watched it with me and just watched the most depressing loss possible against UNLV last year. Just a lot of stuff happened. I feel really bad for Vandy.
Mississippi State,
But
worse than the SEC.
You know, Mississippi State got rolled at home by Toledo.
So at least Vanderbilt's not the worst.
They're not.
Right now, at least.
They're definitely not. Yeah. And then there's a really good game with LSU South Carolina. Came down a last minute field goal that missed
Great game.
barely. It looked like it was going in and it swung last second. I mean,
South Carolina's been looking tough, but they just can't pull it out.
showed out.
Brian Kelly getting dubs. Nobody wants it. Nobody
Yeah.
wants it. Nobody likes Brian Kelly.
No. Nobody likes him. And, you know, I mean,
Nobody. Like, all my friends hate
I
Brian
remember
Kelly
me
for no
going
reason.
on my rant about Brian Kelly and like how I didn't think he was a good person. You were like, why? Well, I had forgotten a pretty important story with that on why I think he's a bad person.
Okay.
Do you remember the story that happened at Notre Dame?
No.
He was the head coach of Notre Dame, and on a very, very, very windy day, he had his student volunteers go up in their shooting film in the tower, and one collapsed, and he apparently didn't listen to the wind advisory stuff. He cared about getting some film practice, some footage more than he cared about that kid's life, and that kid, it's a tragic deal, and I think a lot of people. He came out and said it wasn't his fault.
Wait, he lost his life? Oof. Rest in peace.
It was a tragedy. It was a tragedy, and
Almost.
that's one like thing that I think a lot of people bring up with Brian Kelly. He just doesn't seem like a good dude and all. It doesn't seem like but I think that might be a little unfair because like I think if you told him like this is gonna happen, he absolutely doesn't send that kid up.
Okay, obviously,
but like honestly, like if it's 40, it was like apparently 40 or 50 mile per hour winds, and
why
like,
would you do that?
Yeah, All right, well. Moving on to the Big 12 real quick before we get into HGH.
Big 12 still last year.
Well, Colorado, the new Big 12 is fun, and Colorado is fun, even though they are, they were exposed as frauds against Nebraska. Shedeur Sanders looked really good again, but they're playing Colorado State, which is an ass team, which Tech's already exposed because they are an ass team. So that win wasn't that fucking impressive for Texas, but
Or Colorado at this point.
Colorado, it was the best one they've had this year.
But so it's impressive for them, but not
it was
for
impressive
Texas.
for them.
Got
What
it.
was interesting though, it was okay.
Got it.
Colorado's not an impressive football team. Y'all are an impressive football
Got
team. How many
it.
fucking more times can I say that? Y'all are an impressive football team, and I respect that. But
I just want
Colorado was
everybody-
fun.
I want
Colorado
everybody
was
to know
fun
he's
watch.
saying y'all. So he is claiming that I'm part of the group. So when he sits there, you didn't even go. He's acknowledging that I'm part of the group.
Well, I
So
appreciate you
thank
bringing up the fact that you did not go there.
Yeah,
but
it's okay.
Colorado,
It's okay, people. You can be fans of shit. Yeah. I never played for the Houston Astros. Neither did It's Casey time. But we're allowed to be fans.
I was on the Town and
Same
Country.
fucking concept.
I was on the Town and Country Astros.
Yeah, me
Thank you
too.
very
I was
much.
on the
Back in
fucking dirt
2001.
bags. G.
Yeah.
So don't fuck with me. All right.
2001 Town and Country Astros. I think you were on that team too, actually.
Not no Mets though.
Yeah, your dad was the coach. I remember it very well.
Shout out Perry.
Shout out to Perry. So Colorado, there was a lot of shit going into this game that I was very interested to watch. Not because of the game as much, but like Shedeur Sanders is everybody knows him. He talks to Deion's son. He talks a lot of shit on Instagram. And this quarterback for Colorado State, Fowler Nicolosi, he talked a lot this year about Colorado and how like that game last year they were like Colorado came in as like 28-point favorites and it went to double overtime.
Yeah, it was close.
And
First
this
game.
quarterback talked about like I'm not about Instagram follows, and I don't care how many impressions he gets. Like, he came with such like a 19.
That's like so much.
He came with such an old suburban dad take of like, in a look on like. Well, I just line up and play the football game, and we'll see how this goes. Well, it didn't go very fucking well for him. They got dog walked by him. They got absolutely stomped. And after the game, it was funny because he went up to shake Shadir's hand, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't a very classy move by Shadir, but he's not really he's about flash more than class. Dude, he likes flash, and I respect it because we need something to talk about. As somebody who needs someone to talk about, perfect timing, right?
Type shit.
Perfect timing.
Just like Dylan Raiola
he came up
last week.
The quarterback went to shake his hand. And he goes, "Nah, I saw that shit you were talking about Instagram about me." And then he the Fowler Nicolosi was like, "Really? Okay, whatever." And he walked away. He goes, "I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you like that. Remember that." And he's like pointing at him, yelling. And it's such a fun team because like they're fun to watch lose. They're fun to watch win. They're just fun to watch. I enjoy watching them. I'm addicted to watching Colorado football games. I can't help it.
I don't disagree.
I can't help it. It's like watching it's like Storm Chasers. You're gonna see conflict of some sort. And
but here's the thing for me. If
people get so passionate about
Shadir's young, he's passionate, he's super hype, he's got out of the football game, a lot of testosterone going, so I can understand his move because I'm petty, I'm an asshole. I'd probably have done the same thing at 21, 22 years old. Yeah. But now what I would do is walk up to that man when he wants to shake my hand, I would shake his hand and I'd bring him in so close and just ruin him and just let him know, I heard all that shit you were talking, and that's why you got fucking dog walked. And let him know, like, the whole world doesn't have to see it. They already saw you whoop his ass. Yeah. And now you're looking like a bitch because he's running away, going to whatever else he wants, and you're, fuck you, I don't fuck with you, all that. Like, bro, you pull him close and you tell him that. Yeah, the whole world doesn't have to know that shit.
Yeah, I agree. Pull him in close and be like, have fun in the UFL.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Have fun trying to make the Arena Football League.
03, like you better learn.
You better learn Canadian, buddy.
It's way way better to just have those little jabs. You already won on the field. Yeah. You already won it. So you should be the bigger man in theory, and that's fine if you don't want to be. No problem. I wouldn't have been absolutely, but right now you take that one little jab that hurts their confidence for the rest of their career. And then you look back when you're 5 years in the NFL and that dude's the Gatorade man on the fucking Carolina Panthers bench. Yeah. Because they're still the worst team in the league.
It's the last time you're going to get a headline that's not in like the Colorado Springs dipshit little paper or whatever.
Exactly. So I would just let him know, like, hey, fuck you, little man. Like,
that would have been more effective. But what he did is, I don't know.
He did what he did.
Shador does what he does, and he's flashy, and everybody hates him, but everybody's got an opinion, and I love it. So much. I can't stop watching. I understand why people hate him. I understand why people love him. I just love the whole spectacle of it all. I think enjoying the full ridiculousness of everything surrounding this team is
knowing you're not competitive.
And I'm gonna be able to channel it whenever we play them. Tech plays Colorado this year.
Oh, that'll be sick.
It's gonna be in Lubbock, and I cannot wait for it.
So, also on that note, shout out my friend Jordan. She's actually an assistant coach for the soccer team. Working her at Colorado, working her way up there. She's been doing a lot of stuff. She's been in a lot of different schools. She's badass, great coach, great person. I've known her since middle school. But she's up there and they got like Prime glasses. Like they got the free glasses. They're getting hooked up because Prime is there and he's Colorado's showing out. So it's pretty cool to see her post like that they get the benefits and the drop down from that. So shout out to him making the whole, university, the whole programs, all of them better and including them because they do feel included by the football team, which is something I think that Prime is just there for a certain reason. We've talked about that. Yeah. But
we can talk about it later. But
it's a conspiracy theory I have, and we'll talk about it later in the season when maybe it's proved or not. I don't know. But realistically, for his community, he works hard and he does a good job. So shout out.
I think he's a good guy. I think he's got the good intentions. I think that he doesn't care what you think, and I respect that.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Remember that.
I just think that authenticity is key. He's an authentic guy. Well,
wait, one more thing before we keep moving. My favorite segment of the week from a man that I was talking to on Saturday, talking a lot of shit to as well, in the Wax House stream. Yes. I thought we were going to HGH, but it is the James Moran Houston Astros segment of the week.
James Moran segment of the week.
Shout out James Moran for being present on Saturday at the Wax House. He was in there the whole day.
He took down a couple teams.
Talking shit. We took down a few teams.
The break didn't fill. Unfortunately, I had to refund everybody.
It is what it is. It happens. What it is. There was other things out there.
I'm learning lessons. We're learning. We're taking shots. We're making connections. We're doing things. We will be back with the Golden Frog Wax House, but we're not there right now. And thank you to everybody who joined on. Y'all saw me for 16 hours sit in front of a camera and watch college football.
Look good, too. He looked good as hell, too.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
I appreciate you. I tried.
But James Moran was there, and then later that night, the Astros played. So, of course, he was watching the Astros because James Moran, if you know one thing about James Moran, he fucking loves the Astros.
You can't get enough of him.
Another Kikuchi start recently, another win.
Another dub.
For the fucking Astros.
He gets so much run support. It's crazy, and I love it. Like
it's because they love him. All the teammates, he's his favorite teammate already.
They're just like, we're going to hit. We want. It's a Derek classic. We want to win tonight.
We want to win.
Yeah.
It's you say Kikuchi.
You said.
And he's turning around. Verlander has not been doing well, but his last game he got a dub.
He finally that was the most
big dub.
I've been very concerned with like, okay, if Justin Verlander keeps on like this, are we gonna have to bring him out of the pin in the playoffs? And if we do, then is his confidence gonna be I mean, he's Justin fucking Verlander. He knows
Justin
he has Hall of Famer, right? Is he gonna come out and like be
honestly
flat in a playoff game?
They put out somebody put out an article too, literally claiming and it was a prominent baseball writer, I forget which one, but saying Justin Verlander shouldn't be a part of the rotation for the playoffs and he's not doing well. Is he done? This, that, the third. Whoop de whoop.
Do you remember who that was? Was that Jeff Passan? That sounds like some shit he would say. Or like,
I don't want to confirm or deny, but it sounds like some hater shit.
Yeah.
Either way,
if it's Ken Rosenthal, fuck you. If it's Tom Verducci, fuck you.
Whoa.
Right? If it's all this people, hey, Tom Verducci. I stand on business with Tom Verducci.
Oh, Tom. What is he? 5'2"?
I hate Tom Verducci.
Tom Verducci.
That's a story for a different day. But I hate Tom Verducci.
I don't hate any of the baseball announcers. I do get annoyed by some of them.
That Hall of Fame video just made me so unreasonably mad.
All right. Anyhow. So. Astros are turning up. Yeah. Verlander came back, got his dub.
Yeah.
The total lineup is in. Yeah. King Tuck is back.
King Tuck
Bregman's back. Altuve's back. They're all doing it. Jordan is there.
Chaz got hurt, but
Chazzy Fizz, the guy they were going to drop or cut anyway at some point, which I do believe in Chazzy Fizz. He was a great piece to our 2022 World Series. Huge catches, huge hits, huge homers. Great dude.
That catch in Philly will forever be immortalized.
Forever. And isn't that where Chazzy Fizz is from? Is Philly? Yeah. So that was even better for him. So Astros cruising along. We're still 4 games up with like
4.5 games.
4.5 games.
Because the Rangers didn't help us one fucking bit. Shout out to you,
No,
Brand.
they won one game. They won one game.
They won 1 out of 4 games or whatever. It was terrible.
Anyways, we're up 4.5 games. We're
up 10.5 games.
How many do we have left?
I think they're like 15 games
left.
Yep,
about 15 left. So the season's coming to an end. We're going to the playoffs. At this point,
it's not done yet.
No. Like we, as in like the collective MLB. Like we're moving into the playoff realm.
He doesn't speak on behalf. Like we got to get there first.
Yeah, and we saw the wild card is not guaranteed if something were to happen. Right. So we have a lot of work to do. But James Moran knows the Astros are coming through like they do,
and his team's fucking irrelevant.
No, his team is the Astros. No,
his actual team is fucking irrelevant.
He doesn't have another team. It's the Astros.
His team is
irrelevant. Fuck the Rangers, fuck the Dodgers, fuck the Yankees. Almost in that order, but not in that order because the Rangers are irrelevant. All right. We've wasted HGH.
We're getting to it.
Every week we make picks that are for our heads,
our guts, and our
hearts. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And last week, and for the past like 4 weeks, I've won. But last week I went 3-0.
Last 2 weeks you've won. We tied 2 weeks in a row. Yes.
No.
I'm not going back to the stats. Let's just move on.
0-3, 2-1. I won every week. I didn't go 0-3 once.
Okay, is that 4 weeks?
That's 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened the week before that. We tied.
We tied.
Cool.
Yeah,
Congratulations. He lost 3 weeks in a row. He's going to lose 4 weeks in a row starting this week.
This is my week.
And since he lost last week, he's going to have to start it with his head pick.
Well, so what any good?
Oh, we also give a juice parlay.
We also give our juice parlay.
But
it's not my only parlay this week.
Okay.
I'm doing something new. Right?
It's stupid
I'm doing
as
something
fuck,
new,
honestly.
Where I am taking some mini parlays that all of our single game picks normally around even, mine like it's more of a pick.
Sometimes I pick some big odds. He does not.
I've been limiting it. I have before too.
No, I've been crushing it.
Go to the record. So I have a Friday night football parlay. Friday night, I am going to be leaving the country on Sunday nights, right? So I'm trying to soak in. I'm going to try to soak in as much American football as I can before I leave the great country of America, right? In the great state of Texas.
Where are you going, big dog?
I'm going to Australia, which apparently they fuck with the NFL there too. Pretty heavy.
Down under.
I've been watching Australian rules football. I'll get to that on the juice parlay in a little bit. But there's a Friday night slate of 3 games. And I picked all of them, and I picked the favorites to win. All of the favorites to win, right? So we got Syracuse, my team, my adopted team, the Syracuse Orange, with Oronde Godsden. The best tight end in college football. We can't wait to watch him. He's gonna have a primetime stage. He's gonna do so well. Kyle McCord's gonna get him the ball.
We
got Washington State.
Nobody cares.
We've got Washington State. We've got Nebraska. They get the job done. Washington State obviously gonna help.
So all 3 teams have to win money line.
Just win
money line. Okay,
that's it.
And what's the odds on that one?
It's even money.
Even odds.
It's even money is free money there.
They're all playing some weak teams or what? Yeah. For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
Solid pick is 3 teams, though. 3 teams have to win. So even though the odds are even and you might think it's going to happen, it's
like 3 minus 300 games.
It could happen. It's college football. So
it is.
I respect it still. Head pick for me, and on my page, it's a little different than what we got because I'm going to bet against the Panthers almost every game for the rest of the year, knowing how shitty their team is. But Bryce Young got benched. So the odds changed from -7 to -6.5. And then also they just paid out a little worse at the 6.5, which makes sense. They're just kind of leveling it out.
A veteran quarterback's coming in, a guy who's proven that he can win in the league. And Bryce Young did look lost for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But realistically, the Raiders just beat the Ravens.
It's an absolutely square pick, and it's an asinine pick.
And I have the Raiders at... I guess did I take them at -6.5? I didn't see it on the pages yet, but is it confirmed to 6.5 or confirmed to 7?
It's 6.5.
Okay, we're confirming at the spread.
I'll give you the hook.
Raiders are,
and that was a gracious move by me as well to offer you that because you had sent me the -7.
I did, and that's fine. I'll take it either way because they're going to win by 10.
I'll give you 6.5.
But I do think that Devontae Adams is definitely separating from people. There's nobody on the Panthers that are going to be able to guard him whatsoever. They just don't have those people. And then when you have the rushing game with Minshew, and then who's their running back right now? Who did they sign?
Zamir White. They have Zamir White.
The rookie, the old rookie, and then they have somebody in the back.
He's not an old rookie. He's the second-year guy.
Trey Turner has been doing good. Trey Tucker.
Yeah, Trey Tucker.
He's quick. I just think that they have too much firepower. Then Max Crosby gets to the quarterback, regardless of who it is, whether it's the Red Rocket.
Oh, they also have Madison.
That's right. That's who I was thinking. Alexander Madison. He catches the ball out of the backfield. Yeah. But regardless, that's my head pick.
Nice.
What's your gut pick?
I think it's a terrible pick. I think it's
you think all my picks are terrible.
I'm happy you picked that.
I love it.
My gut, I'm going
I'm gonna
Bucks -7 over the Broncos. Baker's been balling, and Baker's been balling first 2 weeks. Bo Nix has not been balling, right? I don't believe that he's a great quarterback. I think that they're kind of doing what they can do, but I don't think much of the Broncos. I see the Broncos on the line sheet. I think they're going to lose, and I think the Bucks are kind of for real, and they're sneaky good. So I got them -7. They got to win by a touchdown.
I hate the pick, but honestly, the Bucks have played 2 really, really, really bad secondaries, including the Lions, who've had a lot of injuries, and there was a close game last week, so they did well.
And the Broncos have good second. They have Pat Surtain's.
Baker is my fantasy quarterback at this point because I had him in Painted Nails Williams. It was an auto draft. Some of that was auto draft, but anyways, I picked up Baker. I have faith in him. I like him now. Like I said, I used to hate him. I atoned for my sins. I apologize. I asked for forgiveness, Baker. I do believe in you now.
I've got the Baker hate out of my heart.
I have the Baker
I was your
hate out of
biggest
my
hater
heart.
too.
I wasn't your
Texas
biggest,
Tech,
but I was very close to it. When you were at Oklahoma and you did that shit where you ran from the cops like a total fucking idiot, I was like, man, I want to denounce this guy from Texas, from Austin. But either way, you are showing out now and you're doing your thing and you're representing yourself in the NFL.
Great,
and I respect it. Yeah, you're a fucking professional. And you know what? Tyreek listed you as a number 5 quarterback in the league, and that's cool. I respect him and his opinion on football. He's pretty good at it, so that's pretty dope. But I don't know if that happens. We'll see. My gut pick, I'm going back to Texas, who I'm going to pick every game this year if I can find a good prop for them. And I know this one isn't great because ULM probably shouldn't score too much, but I just think that UT shows out and it's at home, so they're going to score points until the end of the game. You can't let up for the home crowd. That's not what we do. And then it matters now in the conference standings. So I think that over 52.5 against Louisiana Monroe. And Arch starting, he's from Louisiana. He probably knows some players on that team.
Do you think he has a chip on his shoulder against Louisiana Monroe?
Get the
fuck out of here with that.
He knows the players on that team is what I'm saying, which I just said 7 seconds before, that he's familiar with that. So I think that he's going to be comfortable going into the game. He's not going to be scared starting his first game. And he's at DKR. 105,000 people cheering for you behind you.
They don't cheer very fucking loud.
That's fine. It cheer loud enough for a 61-yard run, baby. Tutty. Just like that. What's your fucking other pick?
All right, my heart pick. I'm going with another parlay. I was feeling very parlay-ish today. But we're favorites against Arizona State. Texas Tech are favored against Arizona State.
Which is almost wild from pedigree alone.
I mean, we just beat... We got our swag back
from North Texas, but Arizona State in general has been a solid team.
And
but
Arizona State has extra rest. They went on Thursday night last week against Texas State. They got a little extra rest, which worries me a little bit.
But they didn't do good against Texas State, did they?
Yeah, they did. They won the game.
But they didn't do too good, did they?
Texas State is for real. People.
You think Texas State can beat Texas Tech?
No.
Okay, well then, yeah, I don't know.
I don't. But I do think that we beat Arizona State. I think Arizona State might be taking us lightly. I think a lot of people might be taking us lightly.
Is that your hard pick or is it combo?
It's a combo between that and the Chiefs. My guy Mahomes is going to get it done. Chiefs money line.
2 really close games too. That's unfortunate.
They're both like 3.5, 4.5 favorites. So both of those, you parlay those at plus 139. A little over even money. Free money. Take it.
I don't know about free, but
free. My heart wants it so bad.
It could be more of a donation. We'll say that. It's not a total donation. It's a possible
thing. Both those picks, I think it's 3-0.
So my heart pick.
3-0 going into my. I did a little bit what you did with my juice too. We'll get to yours. Tell me your heart.
I don't like my heart pick too much because I couldn't find good odds for this game, but I have to pick it because it's the opening game of the Champions League qualifiers, and Man City's playing the team.
Little football.
And then Man City's playing the team that's going to give them the most trouble in their group, and that's Inter Milan. Inter Milan plays in Italy. Yeah. Man City plays in the Premier League, so 2 different leagues completely. Man City's been doing great. We're undefeated in the Premier League so far. Yes, I said we. We're undefeated in the Premier League so far. Lukaku.
They still got Lukaku.
They have a good defense. They have midfielders. They have Brozovic. They have really solid players, and they play in the Italian league, which is a tough league. So they play a little more physical. Serie A is what it's called. But I think that Holland's been doing great. We got rid of Alvarez, which didn't love, but it opened up Holland. Like Alvarez was always breathing down his neck and vice versa. They just couldn't interact. So I think it was good. We have Savio.
You got it money line? Is that what you got?
Money line. It's negative 185 because Inter is not a.
Hey, you were telling me about my odds. Like almost all of this is like got juice. Okay, whatever. No.
Bro, you were getting on me when my odds were like plus 200. You were telling me you need to stop. That's not how this works.
I never said
too
that.
high.
I never said that once.
You were saying that.
And I hate your voice for me too.
Anyways, I like winning.
Incorrect impression.
I like winning, and I love Man City. That's my team. Crest pop right here. That's what I do. Yeah. I think that they beat Inter Milan, money line, no draw, no anything. They have to win. I'm okay with that. KDB, Holland, Savio on the right side. I think he plays a huge part. He's new to our team. He's a left-footed winger, just like Mahrez.
Let's wrap this shit up. Let's
wrap my 3-0
because
up.
nobody cares about your fucking.
Go to your juice while I take a nap.
All right, my juice is I'm actually repurposing some of my HGH picks because I think that these mine are gonna hit this week. Right, the first 2 were from my heart pick: Chiefs money line, Tech money line. I'm adding those. And with another heart pick.
There's way too many picks you got going on, bro.
West Brom on the money line. Then I went to as you know, as I mentioned earlier, this weekend I'm going down under. I'm going down under for the first time in my life. I'm going down under.
Shrimp on the body.
You know, I'm going down under. And so in that spirit, I've been watching Aussie Rules football. I watched it last week. I watched the Sydney Swans play against the Giants. They were playing I forget what city that team is from, but I fucking love this sport. I understand now why punters come from Aussie Rules football because Aussie Rules football is fucking electric. And so I'm picking 2 Aussie Rules football games. I'm picking the Sydney Swans, which I will be in Sydney for, not for this game. I'll be getting there a little bit after it, but I've got them minus 19.5 because they're a fucking wagon. They're an absolute team. The comeback that they had on the Giants was fucking incredible. And then I've got the Brisbane Lions. That's a little closer game. They're playing the Geelong Cats. I've got that on the money.
Isn't it almost our Super Bowl time?
It's getting close. And I'm going to be there for it, dude. I can't fucking wait. I'm going to be there for it. And if the game's happening in Melbourne, I'm not going to be in Melbourne. I'm going to be in Sydney.
But you'll be watching it.
I'll be at the bars.
Sick, dude.
I'll be at the bars, dude.
Pub.
The pub. They call it pub there?
I don't know.
Do you know, Matthew, you know?
I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, all right.
Why would he know?
I don't know. I mean,
this guy's Henry Cavill. He's American as it comes, buddy.
Shit, I don't know. I mean,
He's
they
American.
pubs or they, I don't know how to do it. Deananda.
I have a friend that lives over there.
I still got more picks on this shit.
Yeah, I know you have way too many. It's bullshit.
Juventus money line. I've got the Rams plus 7.5.
Can we give the Jeopardy
on the 49ers? Yeah. So $10. This is a plus 48.
Time this guy out at the Emmys, please.
$10 will give you $496, or $100 on this parlay would give you $4,968.
$100. Are you putting? I would do it.
I would do it.
Are you doing it though? You would, but are you?
I might
find a bookie and do it, please.
I might put $100 on that. Should I?
No, honestly, no. We're both 0-16 or 0-15 on our juice.
Well, I'm due.
That's not how that works.
I'm due, baby.
Well, anyways, in addition to my picks, I had 3 more for my parlay because my HGH hits. I was 3-0 this week. That's very true.
0-3 on the rest of your parlay.
Yeah, but it's coming. The rest of that.
I was scared that this morning when I was looking. I was like, he would have been obnoxious about the juice, and I looked it up, and every other pick.
But here's the deal.
You had Georgia minus 25, and they won by 1.
Yeah, they were trash. If anybody though hits the juice, my retort will always be even myself. You didn't fucking bet it. We live in Texas. We can't bet those odds unless we find an illegal bookie. And
it's a stupid coping mechanism that you'll throw out. So just get on with your juice. Let's hear it.
My coping mechanisms are not stupid.
Yeah, they are. But
smoke weed every day. Anyways, in addition to my picks, I have Miami giving 16.5 like against South Florida. Yeah, it's kind of a rivalry game, same state, but Miami's been looking real fucking good, and Cam Ward he might be the truth. I don't know. Like he's looking real good.
Incarnate Word. That's where he started.
Dude, yeah, Incarnate Word, San Antonio, Texas.
Yeah, San Antonio.
On a second note, San Antonio, Texas has some of the best fucking food you can find in the state.
Man.
Great everything realistically. There's a lot of good stuff there. If you're ever in Texas and you find yourself in San Antonio, you're like, oh, why the fuck am I here? Go eat. Yeah. Just go eat, bro. Like, that's all you need to do.
Pearl District's a good time.
Where?
The Pearl District.
I guess hit the Pearl District.
The Pearl Brewery.
Okay. Yeah.
The whole area around there is a fun time.
That's what's up. But the food is what draws me back every time, and the Spurs. Obviously, love my Spurs. Go Spurs, go. All that shit. So I picked Miami. I have on next Sunday, Eagles play the Saints. I think that's and it's at the Saints. It's in a dome. Fat over 49.5.
Really?
Yes. Neither team is great defensively. They're good defensively. But both teams are very, very, very good offensively so far this year. Saints are playing at home. They're proving to me they've changed the whole offense completely. Derek Carr is now number 1 and under the center.
So good.
Yeah, he's number 1 under the center in the whole league. And that's crazy for him.
I think that's kind of weird because most, like 90% of the league runs shotgun, right?
Yeah, and so it's just different. Play action, they run a lot more, and it's getting Alvin Kamara, free. So I think that goes over.
Get that man the ball.
That's not a bad pick in my opinion. That one goes over. And then my last pick, I actually have the Chiefs. I didn't see your pick before I made this one, but they're at the Falcons and they're giving 4.5, so they have to win by 5 or more. Yeah. They've had 2 really close games. They're about to go to a dome with some turf and play a defense who isn't amazing. I think Xavier Worthy got shut the fuck down by the Bengals. He looked like they said he would.
We haven't seen week 1. Kirk Cousins looked pretty bad.
Kirk Cousins.
But they're playing tonight, so they're playing. So by the time this comes out,
yes,
you'll know if Kirk Cousins is for real. I think they're calling out Chris McCaffrey's going to do great last Monday night. He didn't even fucking play.
I think Bijan is great. I love Bijan. He's a horn. That's obviously why I like him. But Algier, however you say his name, Algier. He's very good too. So they have 2 really good running backs. They just have to fill out the rest of the team and figure it out. But I don't think it happens by next week with the Chiefs. And I think the Chiefs are hungry. And that team on turf kind of scares me. They're quick. So makes sense. That's my juice and my HGH.
All right. Well, we'll see how it shakes out. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I feel pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave my mystery box here with you so you can rip. We're gonna have duck race and shit, and you're gonna rip for me when I win.
So going forward,
rip for me when I win.
For a little bit, it's Casey time is dipping out of the country.
Going down under.
He actually committed a murder, and he has to leave the country soon to make sure he doesn't get processed. So he'll be dipping somewhere, and you may see me, some amalgamation of his voice, some AI. Yeah. It's Casey time. You'll some other people call it. We don't fucking know what's gonna happen, but it's gonna be wild.
We're gonna continue to put up episodes every Tuesday.
And I will be. The main thing. You're gonna see me.
You're gonna see Derek in person, and you're gonna see me doing videos from some remote country and. I'm going to be gone for a good while. It's going to be four episodes from me gone, and then maybe
fucking taking over. This is my show now, baby.
For better or for worse, Derek is going to be unhinged
during NFL and MLB playoffs. Holy fuck!
Yeah,
holy fuck. Are you ready? I don't think you're ready. Matthew, are you ready?
Yeah.
Woo! He's ready for this.
Yeah, that shit. He turned up.
He's very ready.
That's Matthew from In Between Productions.
That's right.
This has been Derek the Dude
and Casey time
from our boys at the Generators, and Golden Frog Wax House, just Golden Frog LLC in general.
Yes, sir.
We want to shout out. This was episode 16.
Yeah,
things will change a little bit while we're kind of moving in and out of town and stuff because he's out of the country. I'm out of the country.
But late October, we're gonna be back like this.
Holy fuck!
We're gonna be back,
and it's gonna be a great reunion.
And I'm gonna have a lot to tell you. I know that much.
I'm gonna have a lot of packs to open because this guy.
When Caleb Williams fucking dominating.
Okay. Anyways, this was a Degenerators. This was episode 16. We
appreciate y'all watching.
Which is Chris Collinsworth's favorite age. Fuck you, Chris Collinsworth. I'm out.
Yeah. Now you're done. Yeah. Empty the clip. Love y'all. Thank you.
Hell yeah.